Back in the day, there was a story that was televised on TV. It was about a young girl who was about 7 or 8 years old at the time. She was perfectly normal until one night her mom came to her room, blinded her, and made her deaf with a barbecue skewer in the ear. At the time, it was the most horrific thing I saw on TV. Her mom obviously was mentally ill, and the young girl had to live the rest of her life both blind and deaf. And when I think of Jewel Shuping, I think of that movie and how she did the unthinkable to herself. She poured drain cleaner into her own eyes so that she can become blind. Like, how could somebody commit such a dark act on themselves? Why would anyone want to blind themselves? Like, is it mental illness or was it something else? Hello, strangers and strangelings. Welcome back to another episode of Strange Bar and Grill. I'm serving up another true crime story time. I decided to give you strangers 2 stories this week, and this one's on the shorter side. So I guess sticking with the bar and grill theme, you can call it a shot, or we can call it appetizers, wing, I don't know. I don't really think this through. Anyway, if you guys like strange true crime and storytelling, then pull up a chair because this is the place to be. Here with me, JP. So kick back and grab a drink or a snack. And remember to always tip that like button. It helps the channel. Join that SBG family and be a stranger, be a strangeling by subscribing and hitting that notification bell to make sure you're getting notified when I release a weekly video. All right, guys, let's go. Okay, so I want everyone just to close their eyes and keep them closed. Now imagine that the complete darkness you're experiencing is your reality and you're blind now. I want you to imagine that being blind was something that you actually wanted, something you obsessed over. In fact, you wanted to lose your eyesight so badly that you would do absolutely anything to make being blind your personal reality. Now open your eyes. Jewel Shuping says ever since she was a little girl, she knew she was different. And by the time she was 12 years old, she claimed she hated being able to see, and waking up every day was a painful reminder of how she wasn't born blind. Jewel Shuping suffered from something called body integrity identity disorder, or BIID for short. The term BIID describes the extremely rare phenomenon of persons who desire the amputation of one or more healthy limbs, or who desire a paralysis. I covered another story of a similar case in Queensland, Australia. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you want to listen to that story. BIID is a rare condition that is characterized by the feeling of a lack of bodily ownership over a certain healthy limb or limbs, which subsequently causes patients to report a desire to obtain an amputation in order to appear as their ideal self. Individuals with this condition often speak of having an ideal self, which refers to the physical appearance that they feel best reflects their true body schema. Commonly, patients are very specific regarding the position of the feeling of undesirability of the limb. In Jewel's case, she wanted to be blind. She felt she just wasn't right unless she was blind, and she felt that way from a very, very young age. And like I mentioned before, by the time she was 12, she claimed to hate being able to see. Waking up each day served as just this painful reminder that she wasn't born blind. And determined to change her reality, Jewel resorted to extreme measures. She put liquid drain cleaner into her eyes, hoping to achieve her dream of becoming blind. As a child, she remembered loving just being in the dark, and when her mom warned her that looking directly at the sun can make someone blind, she just did it even more. She would just stare into the sun, hoping that it would actually blind her. Jewel expressed that she longed to be different, and her desire to be blind became stronger and stronger when she was around 12 or 13 years old. Jewel can't remember anything that may have triggered this desire, but the feeling gradually just built up over the years. She found herself joining internet forums where she was at ease, with people with BIID, she even did a blind simulation and obstructed her vision, like with blindfolds. And then she would pretend to be blind, and this would last for many years until she wanted more. It wasn't enough just pretending to be blind, she needed to be blind. She needed her blindness to be real. She said she met a psychologist from the online group. She began to research her disorder extensively, and she ended up moving in and living with the psychologist until she did the unthinkable. She went out and purchased drain cleaner online, and with numbing drops that she received from the psychologist, she did what she always wanted. She blinded herself. They waited hours on purpose, hoping that this would take effect on Jewel's eyes before heading into the hospital, where the doctors tried to save her eyes, even though that was something Jewel did not want. Jewel claimed it to be an accident and didn't tell anyone about the psychologist's participation. And that was until she came forward with her story publicly. Now, me personally, I think this psychologist needs a damn psychologist. Now, I want your opinion on this one, guys. Is this psychologist wrong for helping her achieve her dream? I mean, supporting her going through with this procedure seems dangerous. I mean, is there a crime here? I mean, the psychologist lacked the expertise. I mean, even a general practitioner would refer the patient to like an eye surgeon or something, or some type of specialist. Jewel, she acknowledged that, she trusted this psychologist. She didn't really fully check the psychologist's background. And Jewel later learned that he had his license revoked in multiple states. I mean, me personally, I think this psychologist was a sadist. Allegedly. You gotta say that. You gotta say allegedly so you don't get sued. In an unfortunate turn of events, or in Jewel's case, a fortunate turn of events, Jewel experienced a corneal meltdown, leading to her being blind. She didn't disclose to the medical professionals that the meltdown was self-induced at the time. Jewel hopes that by sharing her story, others would understand the dangers of pursuing extreme measures and seek appropriate help. Jewel's story helped spark a significant conversation about BIID, body image, and the importance of mental health support. It served as a reminder that individuals struggling with such conditions require understanding, compassion, and access to qualified professionals who can guide them towards healthier choices. Jewel claims that she is happy. She has no regrets. She feels like she's her ideal self. She feels like this is who she's supposed to be. Her family even disowned her after they kind of found out the truth that she did this to herself. But she says, you know what? She's living in her truth. This is who she is. And she wouldn't take any of that back. And she absolutely loves being blind. But still, she does want to encourage people with the condition to seek professional help. All right, strangers, that's going to be it for today. If you liked today's story and you're new to my channel, I ask that you subscribe and join that SBG family. Leave a like. It will help my channel out tremendously. But until next time, guys, be good, be safe,